Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Washington Nationals March to October. We're getting started right away with a game against Atlanta here. And if I remember right, me personally, I'm undefeated against the Braves this year. We played in all three of the games in the opening series against the Braves, and I won all three of them, and I don't think I've played them since. We have to make a bit of a comeback for this one, though. We're down one loading in. Spencer Strider's still on the mound, and it's rainy. And we worked it all the way back to draw the walk. That is a good leadoff at bat. The Braves right now are last in our division, but they're still 35-30. So 5 games over 500 is last place in our division. We are in the middle of the most competitive division in baseball. I think if I remember right, our current record right now is 38-26. We're right in the middle of the division race, of the wild card race. We're in the playoff picture. And wrapping up this win against the Braves, that will, well, for one, give us a bunch of momentum, and it also should bump our projected wins for the first time up to at least 500 to 81. Oh, there's no way. Was I late on that? I felt like I was all over it. I had to have been late. I've just realized, though, I forgot to look at what has gone on to this point in the game. We have a couple of doubles. Meneses is 2 for 3. That's pretty much all for us on offense. Cade Cavalli had another pretty solid game. Not amazing, but I feel like he keeps racking up these types of games, so his ERA is like just creeping upwards ever so slightly. If Robles can do something here against a righty, that would be huge, because then we have a couple lefties coming up back to back. Oh my god, that was a good at bat, and then I got the pitch right down the middle, and I can't hit the slider right now. Can't time it up. Oh, and I pop up the first pitch. If he threw another slider in that spot, if that was what that pitch was, is what I'm trying to say, I would have destroyed it. And I was wondering if this was going to happen. I think we're seeing our first rain delay of this March to October. I think what I've kind of figured out in the past is you may as well always keep the current pitcher, because then if they're gassed, you can just bring in a new pitcher anyway. Like, the bullpen's already ready to go if we need him to be. And yeah, Corbin's got plenty of gas left. The confidence is low, which I don't know if that's what it affects, maybe. But I think I'll try and get Corbin an inning here. Wow, and did I really just miss those last two? He didn't swing at either of them? And yeah, okay. Swinging away at 3-0. Well, that just kind of feels like I got played that at bat. Alright, well, that's plenty from Corbin then. We'll get Finnegan in here to try and keep it at least at 2 runs. We can score 2 runs. I feel like I score in more games than I don't. We just have to keep it where it's at to keep it possible. And we almost gave up another one there. Alright, grounder on the first pitch to Acuna. Oh, and a 3-pitch looking strikeout from Ozuna? What's he waiting for? All right, that just means we need to do more work, and they're bringing in Rysel now? Who's their closer if it's not Rysel? They have AJ Minter as the closer right now. I went around. Yeah, I still have a lot of trouble hitting Rysel. There's only been a few times where I've been able to see him well, and this is not one of those times. Oh, that's going to stay in play, too. I thought that was long foul. And I got under it with Meneses, so 1, 2, 3, we couldn't do anything. It's going to have to all come in the 9th, if it's going to happen at all. I want to get an inning in with our new guy, Nick Sandlin. There is part of me that's worried the game just, won't use him. Which that shouldn't be the case, because he's our best righty arm, but I don't know. The game is weird sometimes. I mean, I played 3 seasons of a White Sox March to October with an 87 Taylor Rogers, and he pitched 40 total innings over the course of 3 seasons. Olsen can't touch the heat up and in. That was 2 in a row. And there we go, a grounder. Weak to first base, that's 2 outs. Also, I feel like the more I use Sandlin, if I don't walk anybody, that hopefully should help his walks per 9 improve. I've never seen that happen before. I almost got blocked by the ump from getting to that. All right, though, that was a good inning. 1, 2, 3. We have Ruiz, Smith, and Candelario to bring it back. They are going to Minter, their closer. He's way better against lefties than righties. He's not amazing, though. 3.68 ERA. That's not too locked down. He only has a 4-seam cutter circle change. All right, we draw the walk to lead it off. Ruiz is on base. That brings the tying run up to the plate. Dom Smith with his 3.11 average. Oh, I really thought I made a good swing on that. Man, that's just the PCI being tiny. Because I did. I mean, good timing. If the PCI was bigger, I would have been all over it. But instead, I'm a little under. At least I didn't bounce into 2. Drop in, please. Okay, it will. Good, because I swung at ball 4. No need, absolutely no need to swing at that on a 3-1 count, but we got away with it. Tying run is on first. Oh, no way. I'm blowing it here. Look at these 2 pitches I got. I was early on the circle change, and then that fastball blew me away. Oh, and that just fooled me with the speed. All right, down to our last out, but Robles can hit lefties. All right, that was a pretty good take on 2-2. We got a 3-2 count. Ball in the gap will tie it. And I hit that ball hard. At least I can say that. Oh, man, if there's one thing that I've been good at with this team is at least making the bullpen work. I've been patient. I've been working counts, but there's a couple of times I just can't get that big hit. And I can't believe they really gave me 3 snowflakes for losing that. I mean, I don't know. It was a comeback chance, so it's not like that was a easy win by any means. Maybe they just penalized me for giving up a run, and I guess since I did have 3 innings to do it, maybe they thought, I don't know. But that's gonna hurt, because not only is that a loss, but I don't remember where we finished with momentum. It was only 2. Okay, so it lied to me. At least it lies to me when it's negative too. We're gonna be neutral though, which, well, against the Astros is not gonna be a good thing. At least we took 1 game. We took 1 game, I think won the first game of the next series, and now we have another chance at a trade. The first one is from the Yankees, Scott Efros. I mean, 75 right now. I don't know how much better he's going to get. 29 years old. He probably has a couple years before he gets worse. He's not in the bigs right now, which I don't understand why, but he's dominating AAA. And we'd have him for as long as we want him. So we're giving up nothing. If these other 2 trades are no good, that isn't pretty easy trade to make. But the Mariners are a team that has a player that I have on the target screen. So what do we got? It is Sam Haggerty, but they want so much for him. So that's what I was going to talk about if this didn't pop up after last game, is I was looking for a very specific type of player to add to the players to target screen. Sam Haggerty fit that perfectly. I would really like a left fielder for when we face a lefty, because Corey Dickerson, it says he's going up +4, but I checked the splits. His batting average against lefties was like 160 or something like that. It was under 200. So even though overall he's been having a good season, that's pretty much all against righties. So I wanted to find an outfielder that was a righty and could hit lefties pretty well and then field their position. And Sam Haggerty is like the perfect, like, I mean, come on, that's exactly what I want. But to give up this for Haggerty at a 69, I don't think I'm going to do it. Plus, that is the other thing. Guess who else I found fits that exact description for the type of player that I feel like I need? It's Michael Chavis. I mean, it describes him to a T. Maybe he's a little bit worse than Haggerty just because he's a little bit worse in the field, and I think his numbers against lefties are a bit worse. But we could stick him out there in left. He would play just as good a defense as Dickerson does, and he would hit lefties way better if we could only find a way to bring him up. He'd be perfect. I'm not going to do it. So what about the Braves? Who do they want to give up? Tyler Matzik for absolutely nothing. Yeah, I think the Efros trade is better. But also Efros is an overall better, 3 years younger, and has 3 more years, I think, of team control. So yeah, I think we will make a trade today, and it'll be for Scott Efros. Get rid of Travis Blankenhorn, because what is he going to do for us? And we'll add another really solid bullpen arm. I wonder who the game is going to get rid of. But we will be adding Scott Efros to this gradually strengthening bullpen. Like, this is actually becoming a pretty solid bullpen. So let's finalize this. We got another new relief pitcher, and we lost another game to Miami, but now some more scouting. Okay, I don't even remember what I was going for, but it looks like nobody here is impressive at all. All right, well, we're getting pretty close to the draft here. I pretty much have what I plan on doing all planned out, so I feel like it could never hurt to have extra catchers in the organization. So I'm just scouting position, scouting Central and East with our two good scouts, and we'll actually get Alan Slaughter involved a little bit and have him scout some international catchers. I don't think with the time we have left we'll be able to get anybody up to like 100%, but it'll probably help to get them, you know, halfway or something. So we can advance some more, and I think we're going to play this rubber match of the Miami series. We get another chance to win a series after losing the series to the Braves. Where are we now? We're still third in the division. The Marlins are in last place in the division with a record of 40-31. Unbelievable. The Phillies are up to 50 wins. Last place in our division would be tied for the lead in the NL Central and the West. It'd be like a game back in the East. It'd be what, like a game back in the Central too, and then a couple games back in the West. So if we were in any other division, we would be like doing really strong, but with where we are, we're barely holding on to a wild card spot, and the division is like slipping away. We're 9 games back. We are up to 26th now, though. So we're slowly but surely making our case for being a better team. Our projected wins are still at 80. We have the Phillies up to 100 now. What does our pitching look like? What happened? It did get rid of Corbin. Okay, interesting. Look at how this bullpen has evolved, though. We had Finnegan and Edwards Jr. both at 71s, and they were the best in the bullpen. We had a couple 50s, some low 60s, but now Hunter Harvey at 65 is the worst arm in the pen, and Erasmo has put up like the best numbers, and he's the only other one in the 60s. I'm seeing Mackenzie Gore's numbers start to come back up a bit, and he's still progressing. Cade Cavalli, his numbers are going down, so at some point I might want to think about swapping them. Actually, let's do it now. Let's give Gore a chance back in the rotation, just because it also kind of looks nice to have a rotation all over 70. All right, but this would be another pretty big game if we came back and won it, but they're really putting me in a tough spot here. Usually if you're the one losing, you'd be the one loading in with the bases loaded and 2 outs, but we got to get out of a bases loaded 2-out jam. Looks like Josiah Gray pitched right up until this point, only gave up the 1 run, so we got to keep it that way. It is Hunter Harvey, and he does not have a good history of coming into bases loaded 2-out situations. We also only have 1 hit. Who did they have pitching? I didn't even notice. Trevor Rogers? Our only hit is from Ildemaro Vargas too. Okay, well, Hunter Harvey, buddy, this is your spot. You don't get many spots. Yeah, no, I saw that coming. Especially with Arise being the one at the plate. We might have a chance to throw him out, though. At second, we do. That is actually kind of crazy. That is 2 times this season, out of only 3 innings pitched, that Hunter Harvey has come into the game with the bases loaded and 2 outs, thrown 1 pitch that scores 2 runs, and then a runner gets thrown out for the 3rd out. The more I kept going with that, how big of a coincidence is that? I'm struggling to talk. Like, that's actually crazy that that's happened twice. It'd be crazy if that happened twice in general. But to the same pitcher who's only thrown 3 innings, I'm so fascinated by the coincidence that I forgot we have to work back down 3 now. Okay, where is my timing right now? There we go. Okay, I'll take a walk. Whatever. Oh, they let me hold up. All right, another 3-2 count. I don't know what I thought that was. I almost swung at it, but it would have been way too late anyway. Dom Smith? That's hit. No, he's jogging. Okay. That seemed like it was hit pretty nice. Ruiz, I don't think that's gonna bloop in. That is just a terrible inning. Gotta call it what it is. That's bad. We can't really afford to lose this. If last game was anything to go by, this is just gonna be another -3 to our momentum. And in this division, we can't really do that. So I just noticed as we were warming up some new arms that they moved Efros to closer by default. So I'm gonna have to go and adjust that because I think I want to keep Edwards there. He's still been doing a good job. Finally, he puts a ball in play. I wanted the strikeout, but at this point, I'll take anything. Oh, the splitter froze him. I thought I hung it, and then he just didn't swing. I think we're going to get there. Lane Thomas is fast. All right. Overcomes the slow reaction. Nice inning from Hunter Harvey. Man, I really want him to get better because I feel like with his pitch mix and his velo, he could be pretty good. He just needs to bump that overall up. Oh, nice. He whiffed on it. I thought we were about to ground right back up right back to the pitcher. But Dickerson goes lefty-lefty. See, we didn't need Haggerty. All right, he couldn't keep the ball in the zone against Abrams on a 3-2 count. That brings the tying run up to the plate. It's Carter Kieboom. Actually, he does not have too bad of numbers there. 947 OPS? When did that happen? They are only throwing fastballs up right now. I don't really get it. Yeah, there's another one. That's the only pitch they're throwing. And now he can't even hit the zone. He misses again with another fastball up. We have a good chance here. Lane Thomas against a lefty with the bases loaded. They're leaving him in. And he's... It was another fastball up. I was ready for it. You could tell I was sitting on it because I was very early. Oh, now it's Alex Call. He's not good against lefties. Do I go to the bench? Is this a good time to go to the bench? We may as well. Screw your off day, Robles. You're coming in to hit. No way! Please run fast. Oh my god! Why? I was a little early on that, but I wasn't on top of it. Did that have to be a grounder? That's so disappointing. They're just spamming fastballs up, and I'm just too ready for it that I'm early. Okay, really? 0-2 count, and then he takes 3 really good pitches in a row. And then I missed the spot there. There's no way that they just took all 4 of those next pitches. Alright, Harvey's losing command. Yeah, and that is another really close pitch. I don't know how they're taking it, but we got to get him out of there. I wanted to, like, double his season's workload in 1 appearance. But let's get our new guy in here. May as well see him. Scott Efros, this is his first appearance of the entire season. Slider, sinker, 4-seam, circle, change. And I missed to get... What is 97% is yellow all of a sudden? Since when? Yeah, this one's over. With those last 3 at-bats, the way that they happened, oh my god, get me out of this. There we go, swinging through it on a slider. They're stealing? With 1 speed? That had to have been a hit and run. I'll take my free out. Are we gonna get to this? Alright, we held them to 5. This is just not my episode, man. We couldn't cash in the last game. We couldn't cash in with bases loaded in this one. Leading off with a base hit on a pitch I probably shouldn't be throwing at. They're still only throwing high fastballs. And there we go. There's a nice double play. Squash that before it gets out of hand. Rather ground into the double play now than ground into the double play with bases loaded. Alright, well, you know, we're going to get something out of it. At least I finally hit 1 fastball left down the middle and Dom Smith is going deep. Another perfect, and that, you know, that's whatever. I wouldn't have it end any other way. They do only give me the 1 snowflake, though, which is generous. I wonder, though, if we lost 5-0 instead of 5-1, then they might have classified that as a blowout and given me an extra one. So maybe that Dom Smith homer was bigger than we even realized. That was a brutal couple of games, though. I think that's going to be it for this episode. I don't know if anything's going to pop up in between, if we'll get to scout again, any more trades, but yeah, get me off of this game right now. That's the way I'm thinking. Oh wait, this is big. A Jeter Downs call-up opportunity. He's up to he's kind of popping off. Didn't he start at a 64? He might have started at a 64 overall this season. He's up to a 67, doing decent in AAA, but yeah, why not? I mean, let's call him up. We can send down Carter Keyboom, and then we could have a chance to get Jeter Downs up to like a 71-ish overall, but the big thing would be get him up to a B potential. So yeah, let's lock this in. Let's bring him up, send down Carter Keyboom. But with the way that this episode is going, I definitely don't want to play it today, because that's a pretty big moment there that I want to be fresh for. We dropped a bunch of games in that sim though, so I don't even want to see where we're at in the division now. We're definitely going to be in last, and we are half game behind the Braves for last place. Well, that was, like I said, a brutal episode, but at least we have something to look forward to start the next one, and at the very least we can start fresh. We don't have to carry this one with us. So guys, as always, make sure if you enjoyed this video today, you hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. There is so many more seasons of this March to October to go. But that is it today. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time.